Hello there, my name is Niamh and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, I upload videos twice a week, every Tuesday and every Friday, so you should always stick around and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure that you have that little notification bell turned on so that you get notified every single time I upload a new video. So today's video, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about starting college and what I feel you should know before getting into college. So this is just all things that I have learned, things that I maybe wish I had done differently throughout my time in college, and what a better fitting week. The leaving cert results just came out yesterday. You're getting your college places on Friday if you want to go to college, so I thought this week would be a good week to do just some tips, just, you know, giving a bit of advice from myself that you totally do not need to take, but I just want to share my thoughts on what I think you should know before getting into college. So I hope you find this video beneficial if you are going to college, and remember, college isn't for everyone, so you know, just want to preface that as well. I hope you enjoy the video. Number one, do not waste your first year. Your first year, it's very easily wasted, basically, okay, because a lot of them actually don't count towards your grades and your degree. Like for me, it was 33% of my second year grades and 66%, or whatever it adds up to equaling 100, 66-ish% went from my third year grades to my overall degree grade, then, if that makes sense. I don't know, but for a lot of courses your first year technically doesn't matter, but I think you should make it matter. You know, I think put in some effort, don't half-ass things, get into a routine of how you do things, get into a routine of how you study, of how you do assignments, of how you take notes. Like, use your first year, because it really doesn't matter. Use it as like a trial. Use it to get to know, how do I study, how do I take my notes, do I take them in person or like physically, do I take them on my laptop? You know, use your first year to just figure things out, but don't waste it. Don't just let it slip by, okay? Number two, try and make friends. This is so much easier said than done, because I do not know how to make friends. I haven't made a friend in a while. I mean, will we count Dave? Dave is probably the last person I became friends with, and he's my boyfriend, but I would also count him as a friend. Other than that, I have about 5 friends. That's okay. No, wait, I'm the 5th friend. I have 4 friends. And I didn't make any in college. Yeah, I had people I was friendly with in college that, you know, you'd kind of hang out with and stuff, but I don't talk to anyone I went to college with anymore. And that's because I didn't try and make the effort to make friends, mainly because I do not know how to. But that's a whole other topic. If you are the person who can make friends, I would really branch out of your comfort zone. Just try and make a decent group of friends, because it'll make things easier. I think it might have made things a bit easier for me. That's just one big piece of advice. Make new friends, get out of your comfort zone if you can. Number 3, most colleges should have counselling services, and I say this because I did not realise that my college had a counselling service until 2.5 years in. I only was there for 3 years, and 2.5 years in, I wasn't great at all. And I was speaking to one of my friends, and she was like, why don't you, because I think I was saying how I definitely need counselling, but it's so expensive, and she was like, why don't you just use the one in college? And I was like, what one in college? So I went to UCC, I went to University College of Cork. Hated it. No. Well, yeah, and they have a free counselling service. They did anyway when I left. I assume it's the same. I hope it's still free. But look, if you feel you need it, it's there. I'm just saying this because I didn't realise for so long, and I want you to know beforehand that there are services available if you feel you should avail of them at any point. As well as counselling, then they also have doctors, which I actually never used, but there are doctors as well. You do have to pay for the doctors, but they're normally a lot cheaper than your local GPs. If you ever feel you need to go, or you maybe don't want to say to your parents or guardians that you're going to the doctors for a certain reason, the doctors are there on college as well. So just make yourself aware of the services and where they are, and don't be afraid to use them. Kind of along with this, the 4th point is don't be afraid to ask for help, and this is just in general. Don't be afraid to say to your friends, your classmates, whatever, like, don't be afraid to ask them for help, because you're all in the same boat. Don't be afraid to ask for a hand in an assignment, or if you like missed a lecture, don't be afraid to ask to catch up on the notes. Like, it's okay to do those kind of things. And same with your lecturers, like they are human at the end of the day and they want you to do well because it reflects well on them. So if you feel you're really struggling in a class, I would go to the lecturer and just say, look, is there anything you can do to help me? Or, you know, with a certain assignment, give them an email. They are there to help you at the end of the day as well. So I would just say, don't be afraid to ask for help. It doesn't seem like needy or as if you know what you're doing. College is tough. College is tough. It's a whole different level compared to secondary school. So don't be afraid to ask for help. You know, whether it's friends, colleagues, teachers, lecturers, don't be afraid to ask for help, okay? It's okay to ask for help. Number 5 is, it's completely okay if you decide college is not for me. It's okay. It's okay if you get like a week or two in, a month or two in, a year in, if you're like, oh, nope, this ain't for me. That's okay. It's completely okay to do. I mean, I realized 2 years in that I didn't want to do it, but I only had a year left and I was like, you know, why not? But I know people who have done 2 years and dropped out, changed courses, know people who've just dropped out entirely. Like, it's okay. I don't think it's talked about enough. Like, it's alright to drop out. I know you probably wasted a lot of money, and if you are in the position where finances aren't a struggle for you and your family, like if you're privileged enough to do that, if you're not happy, I would leave. That's my honest advice. Whether it just be leave entirely or leave for a year or two, leave and go back again straight away. Like, if it's not for you, it's not for you, and you will know yourself in your gut whether or not it is for you. It doesn't mean you failed. It doesn't mean you are a failure. It's just not for you. So that's okay. That's completely okay. Number 6, don't feel pressured to go out all the time and to drink all the time, okay? Well, to be fair, now that I'm actually saying this, I'm like, well, you know, you probably won't have the same college experience that I have had due to COVID. But still, I would just say, don't feel pressure to go like to all the social things, or especially around COVID, you know, if there's things that you feel, I don't feel too comfortable doing that, you know, due to everything going on, that's okay. That's a valid reason. I just don't want you to kind of become this different person trying to fit into everyone and trying to fit into all these kind of different roles. You know, if you're not a drinker, you don't need to become a drinker. If you're, you know, if you're finding you're drinking way too much and going out way too much and, you know, just doing too much socializing and it's not sitting well with you, you can cut back on that. Like, it's completely okay to do. It doesn't make you what am I trying to say? I don't want to, like, it doesn't make you uncool. It doesn't make you, like, we don't, you know, I feel like there's still this kind of thing, I feel, I don't know, I felt anyway in college, that you had to be like, oh, it's going out, oh, it's COVID, hungover, and you know, be like, oh, like, so like funny, so cool, blah blah blah. What are we doing it for? Like, what are we doing it for? I just want to say, go at your own pace, do things at your own pace, do things that you're comfortable with, don't let anyone walk all over you, just be your own person and don't overdo things. That's just what I think. Tip number 7, and this is something I really want to say to my past self, what I should have done, and it's tip away studying the whole time, okay? Just do the readings that they give you. It'll probably be beneficial if they tell you to do something and you're like, oh, we don't really get homework in college. Like, maybe just do that thing that it's, you know, that the lecturers after telling you to do. Go to the tutorials, they're actually helpful. I would just tip away the whole time, just, you know, because then when it comes to your exam, you're gonna be stressed the hell out. I mean, this goes for any kind of exam, but I would just really encourage you to tip away the whole time, whatever you can. And the last thing I'm going to say is just enjoy yourself, okay? Make the most of it. I hate saying this, it's so like cliche, but don't have any regrets, okay? Do things the way you want to do things, because I look back at college not liking it, and I could have done things so much differently. I also felt like I was two different people in college. Like, I feel like I'm constantly becoming a new person, and I'm realizing in college, like, I was someone in first and second year that was not me, and then I think I started to become someone else in third year. Just do what you feel is right, and don't do anything you don't want to do, and do the things you do want to do, you know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I wish I had done college a lot differently, and I don't want you to have come out of college going, I wish I had done that differently. So set your intentions from the start, go for it, do it, make the most of it. You've absolutely got this, and just you do you and keep being you the whole way through. So that is all the knowledge I have for you. Again, like, don't take all these things on board and be like, well, if I do all these things, like Niamh said, I'm gonna be fine in college. Like, no, I just want to impart some knowledge and wisdom that I feel could be beneficial and helpful to someone out there. College is up and down. I feel for a lot of people it's quite rough, but it can be really good at times as well. So yeah, I just wanted to share some of these things with you. I hope you enjoyed the video and got something from it, and if you are hoping to go to college, I hope you get your offer on Friday, and if you're going back in for second, third, fourth year, whatever, best of luck, and you got this. It's going to be a weird year, but you're going to be fine. Thank you very, very much for watching this video. If you watched the whole way through, I really, really, really do appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I shall see you when I next see you.